Hello and welcome to Logan City Lanes for the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. This is a round 2 match between David Weild of Butterham and a youngster from Virginia, Andrew Drew. Two locals from Queensland, and promises to be a great encounter. The experienced Weild against youngster and top seed in Drew. Weild starts off with a 9.
Well, Tony, got out the hard ball. You think it's the right decision?
Well, I think time shall tell with this match. They're both looking like they're going to bowl with hard balls. David starting there with leaving the 6-pin. Not a bad start.
Got a good break, kicking that 10-pin out there, saves for the chop.
Yes, yes. Got both the 7 and the 10 pins out there, Terry, so just a 6-pin to make for this shot.
This is Drew's first appearance in the Coke, first time under lights as we wait for Weild. He's coming back. Yep. Safely closes the first frame. And Weild, of course, is one of the colourful characters in the game.
Yes, Chris, he's got that sound mic on, and we're all waiting for him to tell jokes if he starts going too bad.
This is Andrew Drew from Virginia, 19 years of age, an electrical assistant just out of the juniors, 4 times in the Queensland team, 87 Australian Junior Masters champion, runner-up at the Gold Coast Open in 88. And a great start for him. And he was also runner-up in the Perth Cup and 3rd place in the Asian Youth Masters. His high game is 300. He's done that twice, including once in the seeding tournament. And he is a confidence player, so a strike first up is a great way to start.
Very much true for Andrew. In that Perth Cup, where he was the runner-up, he shot an 800 series while he was in the stepladder final. He shot a 280 game to get up to play the top seed. So he's won a lot of matches recently, and he really is a form player.
Terry, first time on TV for Andrew.
Yes, it is. I don't know whether it'll affect him much at all. He's got to get out there and play.
Well, he would have liked to have doubled up. He's got 9. Now we'll see what he's like. Let's see what happened here, Terry.
Well, he just really didn't get the ball out. The ball's run up early. They're both using these extremely hard bowling balls. The lanes are starting to dry out under the lights. You'll see there the ball goes a bit high. A bit unlucky there not to carry the 4.
Oh, and misses the spare, so that's an open frame. Pressure maybe.
Well, yes, I think so. Well, Tony, what do you think? That's exactly what we're just saying. Will it affect him? And I believe it has.
Well, that's a nervous shot. You see here, he's got right inside on that shot, pulled it to the left, and it was never going anywhere bar left. That's a very nervous shot.
Here's David Weild from Butterham, 36 years of age, 3 times in the Queensland team and the runner-up at the 86 South Pacific Classic. And he cleans them up. A carpet layer, so he's floored 10 pins straight away. A great start for him.
A great start. This is going to be the confidence shot that David wants. You'll see here both bowlers turn the ball an awful lot. They get a lot of lift on the ball, send it out, trust it. The ball comes back. He's got 10. He says, thank you. You will see it here on pin cam, the ball going straight through.
And in round 1, as we have a look at Drew, there's the shoes. The stance is nice and relaxed. He'll want to take in all he can. In round 1, his opponent beat Terry Ma, the defending champion, 183 to 169. And there it is, a double for him. And he is getting great support from the crowd.
As I said, David's one of the characters up here in Queensland. He's loved by everybody. He's just a really nice guy. And they all want him to win. And that was another great shot.
He's getting pumped up here, Terry. He's just leading up into this match. He's getting pumped up with each shot. He's on a rhythm.
Yes, he certainly is. Now, Andrew must come back with a strike here to get himself together.
Yes. Oh, this could be a great match here. They're going strike for strike, these two, as Andrew Drew takes a seat.
This shot was just great. What do you think of it, Tony?
Here we go, the famous rip the 5 shot. Here it comes. There goes the 5 and the head pin. Clean the deck up.
Take a break after 3 frames, and it's David Weild in front by 12 pins. The winner of the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic will receive a check for $4,000 and will be flying Qantas to Las Vegas, USA to compete in the $1 Million High Roller Tournament. Nine's Wide World of Sport continues its coverage of the 89 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. This is young Andrew Drew of Virginia in Brisbane. And he is making his first appearance in the Coca-Cola Classic as the tournament's top seed. He had a bye in round 1. And if he can get through this round match, he has a great chance of taking out bulk prize money. No, that was fairly well square on the head pin.
Yes, it was. That wasn't a good shot at all from Andrew. Again, rushed it a little bit. Probably the inexperience showing. He really should have taken more time on the shot instead of getting up there as quick. See here, he pulls it inside, doesn't get the ball out, doesn't lift the ball as much. Consequently, a bad shot. Carr really is playing for a lot here. Being the top seed, he really can't lose the position unless he loses the game.
There it is. Spares it up. And the pressure that'll be on this youngster as Weild now about to move out and have his shot as we check out the style.
See the ball going down here, sliding across the lane there, Chris, and covers it well.
And back to David. David's got a double going. He can really put this into the lead.
Ooh, no. And as we see, his style, he turns the ball that much. We've spoken about his accuracy, which could be a problem. Would young Andrew Drew be thinking about that as the match progresses?
Certainly would. Andrew knows that he can lift the ball. He knows David can be a little bit erratic at times. So that's what he'll be hoping for. He'll be hoping for David to miss and himself to get a couple of breaks.
Ooh. And there's one of those breaks. And Tony, this, he would then have to concentrate on his own game, Andrew.
Very much so, very much so. He knows he's a very competent player. You cannot rely on other people making mistakes to help you win. You've got to go out there and win the match. David's made a mistake here. That gives him a little bit of breather, gets him back into the match. And David says, well, I'm not wanting to do that again.
Pin cam showed us there it wasn't even close as Drewy shakes the head, trying to relax, thinking about the next time he steps up to bowl. But it's Weild now on lane 11. And I'm amazed at the prodigious spin that he gets on the ball.
Well, he comes around the shot, loops his backswing, opens his shoulders up, throws his whole body into it, sort of walks a little sideways.
As we watch it here, it's got to be an unusual grip and style.
It is. Very unusual. Not one you'd recommend, but it certainly gets the job done. He puts a lot of work on the ball revolving enormously there, gets a lot of pin action. Bit unlucky not to take that.
Oh, there it is again.
Yeah, as we saw with Fred Alsop in his matches, the ball can just take off when it gets near the corner and drop off and you lose it. You'll see here, he drops the ball a little short. Normally the ball would spin out, but here it just grabs, takes off to the left.
Chris, classic example. Drury's been sitting on the bench there, hasn't thrown a ball in 2 frames, and he's hit the lead.
You heard him. Hit the target. That's what he's got to think. Hit that target.
Well, that's really important. You must hit your target. You've got to aim for something and hit it all the time.
Come on, please.
Yes, begging that pin to drop the 7th pin, and it fell.
That's the way Andrew likes to play. He likes to get those swishing strikes. Andrew has everything at stake here. As I said before, even if he loses the match, he loses $3,500 and a trip to the United States. David Weild, who was the lowest bowler in the seedings tournament, has everything to gain. It's really important for Andrew. Not to mention the fact that he's young, he wants to get up there, he wants to do good, and he wants to put his mark on the seniors.
And as the top seed, he would progress straight as the #1 qualifier if he wins here. So he would be guaranteed a major prize money. If he yes, there it is, the double. And this is what he did during the seedings tournament. Once he got on a roll, he was hard to stop.
Very hard to stop, Chris, very hard indeed. We see Andrew throwing the power shot very well at the moment. He's got the ball out on the lane, it comes back, drives that 5 into the 7. Very powerful shot. Great shot.
Come back to Weild.
A little bit of difference there, Chris. David actually spinning that ball, not getting the drive. You can see the difference there. You'll see the ball go down the lane, not directing towards the pins. Going away from the pins. Andrew's going up towards the pins. David throws this one out. Gets the 5, but the soft 10.
Comes back to the hard ball, Tony.
Yes, the hard ball. I would like to see David out there with something just a touch softer than what he's got.
Really doesn't give it the drive into the pins, does it?
No, not from the angle he's got.
And he spares that one up, does David Weild. He's hanging in there, has a good look at the scoreboard as we have a look at him sparing this one.
Move to the left-hand side of the lane, throws the ball across the lane, slides, the advantage of the hard ball, and makes it.
Bottom of the 6th, David Weild looking at the scoreboard. He trails Andrew Drew by 5 pins.
About lane conditions, let's see what lane conditions really are.
The timber in the bowling lane is protected by a permanent coating and a dressing of oil. These both affect the response of the bowling ball and the way it will hook more or less in relation to where the oil is placed.
Nines wide, World of Sport. We're back at Logan City Lanes here in a tense round 2 match featuring the number 1 seed and the number 23 seed. And this is the 23 seed in David Weild from Butterham. Needs to get something happening here. And that's exactly what the doctor ordered.
Much better shot there, Chris, much better. He took a little bit more time on that one, let the ball set up, come back into the pocket. We see it here. He slows it up a little, gets all the fingers on the ball, slides down the lane, sets, comes back. Thank you.
A lot more direct on that shot.
Yes, Terry, didn't let it out as wide.
With these hard balls that they're using, the urethane balls will grip the lane and come back, with these harder balls just won't.
Well, the players actually give up a little bit of hitting power with the harder ball, Terry. They're prepared to sacrifice that to get accuracy.
We watch the top seed in action there, and the second highest seed so far through into the finals is Tom Curry. He'll be hoping that the youngster bites the dust, and that would make him the top seed, but let's see how he handles the pressure.
Well, this is the thing here. Using the hard ball, you've got to be a lot better at it to get the ball to do the result.
Yeah, spares it up so far. He seems to be handling the pressure, Tony.
Yes, he's going very well so far, Chris. He's not in awe of the situation at all. He knows he's a top qualifier. He's bowled great in the seedings tournament, covers his spare well, says thank you, that's fine. Not a problem.
Great bowling from this young man. 19 years of age. First appearance in the Coca-Cola Classic. First time on television as his opponent looks up at the scoreboard, waiting his turn. Oh, gee, the crowd willing that one to drop.
He's got so much support out there. It's a wonder the noise just didn't push it over. As we've seen, matches change really, really quickly.
See the ball go down here, coming up a little bit too high for him. That's a 2-pin, just knocking it forward, but it wouldn't go. See it here. 2-pin coming off the gutter, back onto the deck, hits a 4. No, it didn't. That one.
Yeah, he liked it. You can't afford to miss these in this tight match.
Now, once you get into this stage of the tournament, you can't afford to miss anything. You've got to keep hitting the pocket. You've got to keep picking up spares and closing frames. This is important for David. He gets back in here with a strike. He's going to do well. He needs the strike to get back into the match.
Yes, you heard it. He's determined, and he's also got support here.
As I said, everyone loves David. He's such a good guy. We'll see here that he goes, again, playing a bit more direct into the pocket, not winging it out as much, and just dives in, gets the grip on the lane, gets the adhesion, carries the 10 pins.
And did I hear Tom Curry cheering then?
I'm sure you did. Tom's up the back here standing next to us, and he's just counting the checkbooks at the moment. He's seeing the more dollars here, the more strikes David Weild can get. But here he goes. Let's see if he can get this one. If he gets this one, he really takes control of the match.
Looking good, yes! Well, how quick a match can turn.
Certainly it is. Once again, Chris, you see this time, David's gone out there, and he's thrown 2 strikes while Andrew sits on the bench. We see the ball go out. Got lots of fingers on it, right in the pocket, 10 in the pit, great shot. So he's taken the advantage this time by bowling 2 strikes.
Now, Terry, as we watch this delivery, what sort of pressure is young Andrew Drew under now? Look at him.
He's under immense pressure. He really is. He has to just get his composure, throw a good shot. That's what he wants.
Oh, he gets a bit of luck, but it all counts.
It does. It doesn't matter. As we've seen before, these Brooklyn shots really do have a big bearing on the way the game turns out. You'll see it here. The ball runs across, just takes the 9-pin out, and he says, thank you. We'll see it here on pin cam. That pin's spinning around. That's because of the immense work that he puts on the ball.
Take a break to collect our thoughts here on Nines Wide World of Sport. This second round match, only a pit in it. Goldpin Coca, the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. This is the tournament's top seed. Young Andrew Drew from Virginia in Brisbane. His opponent, David Weild from Butterham in Queensland. Both these players looking at a finals berth here in this tournament. And young Drew. He's done it so well during the tournament, but boy, is he under pressure.
He is now. He wants this one bad. Well, he needs this. He still needs the spare. Still needs to keep David clean. As we've seen so many times, these matches change so quickly. He needs every shot. You'll see he just didn't get the ball out. Again, Tony coming back to using the hard ball. Andrew likes to play area, using the harder ball. He's not used to not having the area.
Limits his area very much, though, Terry. Limits his area very much. Going through the nose on that shot. Makes a spare.
He's got it.
Big important shot here, Chris. All the pins that he knocks down now count tremendously.
Well, David's got a 3 count. Andrew's got a 4. If he gets a strike, makes David strike.
Makes David strike. Big strike. 9 would make David a little bit easier. Sitting there thinking, he knows that. He knows that. He says, okay.
Once again, another match on the 89 Coca-Cola Classic down to the wire. Oh, well.
Nice shot.
I don't think he really meant that.
No, I'm sure he didn't. He wanted to get 10. He needed 10. That's really let David in.
Yes, Terry, David would have had to have struck if he hadn't got a 7 count with this. It would have been a strike for Andrew. David would have also had to have struck. Now you've got a situation where David needs a big full ball. He needs at least an 8 or a 9 count.
But he must close.
He must close.
Big upset coming here.
Come on!
And how about that?
Well, there's the upset. There's the upset.
That's how it goes in bowling. The top seed is about to bite the dust, or it's just about to happen anyway, as we see this strike here.
You're right there. I don't know who's happiest, Tom Curry or David Weild right now. I just saw Tom jump over the roof, and that's just amazing. As we saw, the match can just change at any instant. But it was a good game by David.
Shakes his head. It's David again.
David said, okay, that's fine. I'll just make this fair. Boy, what a good break. Well, there you go. David's come into this 23rd seed, and here he is knocking up the top qualifier.
You watch that unusual style.
As he says bye-bye to the ball. You've really got to feel sorry for Andrew. He's really bowled so well. He's come out, bowled his 1 game, and, well, he's been a bit unlucky.
He takes that pin out, and he is successful. David Weild progresses to the finals of the 1989 Goldpin Coca-Cola Classic. For the top seed, it's an early exit. Andrew Drew bows out, and he picks up $300 compliments of Goldpin and Coca-Cola.